We came last night and we live in the old town, so I really appreciate it. I think it's a very beautiful city.
Beautiful city, and also like all your local beers. But the conference has been really good, logistics been perfect, and so we're very happy to be here.
You can find, lots of, interesting ideas which can be adapted, developed in our country.
This would be the best ever government conference, really.
I expect that this conference will not only be a great opportunity for all of you to share the main accomplishment in the field of e-government, but also a place where finally the solutions on how to eliminate obstacles for the development of a smart and innovative European government will be sought and found.
Today we are here 28 European countries. And general question, it will be solved today and it will go ahead. It is where we are going. Yes, I would like to say you good success for you, good negotiations, good talks and good discussions.
We started up in 2001 by saying that public authorities should receive mails from the citizens, and the citizens were allowed to mail us. It sounds almost ridiculous today, but that was the starting point, and now we are, this next year, we'll make it mandatory for our citizens to receive mails from the public authorities, and they can answer, of course. We expect to save around 400 million euros a year, only from doing that.
Governments don't have a lot of money. They can save a lot of money by using information technology in public procurement, in the provision of social services, in health services, etc. So saving a lot of money will also be important, which we can reinvest again.
Private companies are closing down places where people can enter. You see banks closing down where you can meet up physically, so that people are using the online services that they offer. We have some way or another to do the same in the public authorities, make it a bit more difficult for the citizens who can use the online to actually just meet us in person, because that's a very, very expensive transaction for us, the face-to-face contact. So if we can reduce that number, we can prioritize our money for those who need the most, mainly health and care of our elderly.
Thinking about the government as a large banking group that needs to collaborate to a certain client and create a joint interface to that client that adapts to their processes, I think would be an excellent way to start designing your government services.
You can't make a service or e-service without testing it with real users before you get it out in the market. So you have to bring in the users in testing and demonstrating and come up with new ideas on how to change it.
The user is a client, and the clients or customer can make demands because they are taxpayers or they are part of the society. So we should empower the citizens.
And as those expectations become embedded in the citizenry, government will change. It has to change, and more importantly, it already is changing. Look at how many governments use Facebook. When I talked about Facebook 5 years ago as a means of communication for government, people literally thought I was crazy.
A business page on Facebook is some magic ticket to success, but in fact, posting the page is only the first thing. You have to then work at it every day. You have to communicate with your stakeholders, you have to respond to questions and so on, and build up a community.
Do citizens believe that the services that governments are offering are as good as the services that they get from the private sector? And probably most of them today, from our surveys, say this is not the case. Do they actually use these services as intensively as they would use private sector services? Not the case, because only half of citizens today are using e-government. So even today we can say, well, we can do a lot better, and we have some comparison to look at what better actually means.
E-democracy requires that everybody is included. Government has to listen to any citizen. I think the most important thing is to give tools and skills to these people to be heard and to be understood.